From deep in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the Best of the Outdoors podcast. Brought to you by Texas Fish and Game Magazine, the voice of the Texas outdoor nation. I'm your humble host, Dustin Warncke, the outdoor success guy, back with another podcast. Man, am I excited to be back with you guys. I am overlooking the Las Vegas Strip right now in my hotel room. Just finished an awesome day on the SHOT Show floor and wanted to kind of get with you with some, you the listener, with some kind of, observations from the day, some different innovative things that are into shooting, hunting, outdoors, camping, just the outdoor lifestyle that we talk about on the show all the time. And I'm overlooking the Link right now, which is a giant Ferris wheel and the Bally sign, and it's really a pretty city, but man, there's no place like home. There's no place like Texas. But this is just a lot of fun to be able to come out here and do this once a year and bring this coverage to you. It's late at night in Las Vegas right now. In my hotel room, I am going to be maybe making no sense at certain times because I'm going to be kind of delirious, and it's just me, sleep-deprived Dustin, as I normally do these podcasts. Chester Moore did a Facebook Live today, and he said, Dustin Warncke, the guy that has the same work ethic as James Brown. James Brown work ethic. So I guess that's true because I sell all day and I podcast all night, I guess, in a way. But I really enjoy bringing this to you through the medium of podcasting and just having the opportunity to visit with you. I'm by myself tonight. Chester wanted to go to bed early. I respect that for sure because we have long days on the show floor here when we do this meetings, and obviously I sell advertising for Texas Fish and Game, sell advertising for this podcast, sell advertising for the magazine, for the website, that kind of stuff. So that's one of my main gigs here, and then I also write for the magazine and do the editorial hot spots for that kind of stuff. So anyway, all kinds of neat things going on there, and I just wanted to share with you some observations that I had observed today, and just some really great, neat opportunities to visit with some of these companies that have some great things. And the first one that came up on my list was ALPS, ALPS Outdoors, OUTDOORZ, Outdoors with a Z, okay, ALPS Outdoors. And they make a wide variety of backpacks and hunting packs for the outdoorsmen with a really, really high quality, weather-resistant material. And I just got one of their products. I'm doing a write-up right now for fishgame.com for our blog. And as soon as I get that done, I will send that over to Chester to put up on the blog. And I'll put a note for that in our in my social media. If you want to follow me on Facebook or Twitter, dustinsprojects.com, any place like that, you'll see the article. But I got the ALPS, I believe, the Commander series. And it's extreme series. I think Commander's the model that I've got. I'm not sure exactly, but I overall, looking at their backpacks, really high quality stuff. They really think of the outdoorsman in mind. They don't really think so much tactical like a lot of backpack companies do. They don't think so much about the concepts that you have to, bug out bags and that kind of stuff. This is more for the average outdoorsman that's going out to hunt for a day, maybe going out to the wilderness for a camping trip, going out for a hike, so on and so forth. That's what they make their backpacks about, and they're really cool stuff. Darren Jones was there from Silencer Co., and he's a guy that I've known for the last couple of years since I've been in advertising, and they are doing a series that they're partnering with ALPS on, what Silencer Co. is, called Hunted. And it's really a neat opportunity. It's a short film series called I believe it's called Hunted. But anyway, it's a really neat video series, and it's kind of a neat idea. And forgive the sirens in the background that kind of distracted me. But basically, one thing Darren was talking about that he enjoyed about ALPS backpacks is they have a turkey hunting and a predator hunting backpack that have a seat built into the bottom of them. So you can sit down just about any place, call on turkeys, call on predators, whatever, call them into your area, to your shooting range. And they have a pack on each side. One's for shotgun shells and the other side's for rifle bullets. So you've got options there to be able to take those kind of things there, those kind of options that you have to throw throw your ammo in two different areas. If you're shotgunning for turkeys, if you're rifle hunting for coyotes, whatever the case may be, there's some good opportunities there. And it's just really neat stuff. I thought overall it was just a really cool wide variety of different packs that they have. Medium size. I think the one that I have is a medium size pack. They have larger packs. They have smaller packs. They have a turkey hunting vest kind of deal where you can put your slate call or your box call in. They've got a kind of a bino area for your binoculars or your calls or whatever, kind of a chest rig that you can wear for turkey hunting, and you can travel kind of light without having to pack a big backpack along. So a lot of different options there. So ALPS Outdoors, Joe, check them out. You can find them on Amazon. I'll put the link on the Amazon affiliate link to my Amazon page on the review once I get it written, and I'll tell you guys about that on the podcast once I get it done. But it's a really cool backpack. I really like it. So moving right along, HOLOSUN. Visited with one of their ad agencies today. I know the guys over there, Lewis Craig and our friend Craig Cook is how I met HOLOSUN through LinkedIn one time. And then Luis Chirito, and just really, really good guys overall. What they have is a red dot or laser or magnified red dot or, wide variety of different optics like that are mainly red dot reflex, holographic style sights. That are basically, great for the outdoorsman if you're going to put them in kind of tactical situations, such as a pistol, such as a rifle, such as a shotgun. I mean, they're really nice, compact, but very effective sighting systems, and they have a long battery runtime. They also have laser and flashlight combos. They have infrared lasers. I mean, all kinds of different things like that. And the nice thing about HOLOSUN is the price point is really, really affordable. The way that they're made, the way they're manufactured, the way that they're brought to market, the SKUs, I just mean the amount of products they have, is absolutely overwhelming. I mean, it's not almost too much to look at, but it's enough where you have enough selection so you're not binded down to just one particular style of red dot or one particular style of micro sight or whatever you're trying to do with a sighting system on your weapon. And some really cool stuff there. So they had all kinds of different rigs. The way that they had that all set up, they had rigs for red dot laser flashlight combos. They had a combo that's actually a red dot laser and a flashlight all in one, or they have them set up on two separate different devices. And they had them all set up on AR-15 dummies, without the barrels and the receivers and everything like that. They're just kind of things that you could hold up and shine at the ceiling and look at. And I was really impressed. I've been impressed with this company for the last couple of years. Hopefully they will run some advertising with us in the future. And we can bring some more coverage about HOLOSUN, and maybe they'll sponsor a podcast. Who knows? But basically, just really fantastic company that's doing some really innovative things in the industry as far as sighting systems go, red dots, lasers, those kind of things. Especially, they're looking at Texas Fish and Game because of the hogs. We can hunt hogs with lasers. We can hunt hogs with red dots. Nobody really cares. Okay, exotics is the same deal. That's another big deal in Texas. But and obviously you can hunt deer and other game species, turkey and that kind of stuff with a red dot, just not with a laser. And so there's some definite situations there where you can grind out a lot of really cool new products for your guns, no matter how you're going to outfit them. So anyway, just some ideas there. Third place I visited, third meeting I had today with Buck Knives. Wrote some notes down here. They have the Pursuit hunting line, which is basically a fixed blade, I believe. No, maybe it's a folder. I'm not sure exactly, but basically it's a hunting line that's basically has got all kinds of different, I believe it's their fixed blade, and then the other line that they have, I hope I can read my own writing, the flipper they have is the Sprint Pro and the Sprint Select. The Sprint Pro and the Sprint Select. Those are flipper knives. They have auto knives. They have their own auto opener knives that kind of spring assist open. They have their own in-house Cerakote system now where they can Cerakote knives. Which obviously puts a durable coat. I've got a couple of guns that are Cerakoted that I had my friend Cody Weiser from W Gear do before he got into W Gear. And Cerakote's just a really durable finish to put on any kind of weapon of any kind, or any kind of metal at all, really. Basically, they do their own in-house Cerakoting, which is really cool. They have their own facility to do that. But the one thing that impressed me about the Pursuit hunting line and the pocket knives, the just wide variety. I mean, I still hunt with a Ergo Hunter, which is one of their earlier knives they came out with a few years ago. That basically is just a fixed blade with a gut hook, fixed blade skinning knife, and that thing served me well for many years. Obviously, the first buck knife I got, like a lot of you guys that collect buck knives, the Buck Knife 110. They now have an auto assist buck knife 110. That's just a fantastic knife, and they also have this Pursuit line that they've come out with, which has the gut hook. It has just a regular straight blade, or they come in a bunch of different configurations. And I'm not doing it justice by telling you, because I'm not interviewing Chris Brooks like I did today about this product line, but it's really cool stuff to check out. The Pursuit line, hunting line, and the Spirit Pro and Spirit Select hunting line. If you're looking for a folder, a straight fixed blade, I mean, whatever the case may be, they've got a knife for you. I mean, Buck Knives is legendary. Obviously, they've got the heritage. I met Chuck Buck back in 2012. He died shortly after I met him. He was up in years anyway, but that whole family of Buck Knives is just the tradition of Buck Knives. There's even a knife that's going to be given to me soon that Chuck Buck had signed for Mac and Prowler, which is a TV show that got me into the media business. And just really just the heritage and legacy. I mean, that's one of the first knives I ever owned. I mean, that's just, it means so much to me. In fact, the Buck Knife 110 that I have at home, I got as a wedding gift for, not for my wedding, but as a groomsman gift, I should say, for my friend Gene Johnson's wedding in Texas Lutheran University. Right after we were roommates together, we graduated at Texas Lutheran, and I attended his wedding as a groomsman, and he gave me that as engraved with DVW, my initials. And it's still one of my favorite knives, man. I keep it polished. I keep it nice and shiny. I've skinned a lot of deer with them. I've gutted a lot of deer with them. I mean, it's just a great knife overall. The Buck Knife 110 is hard to beat. So anyway, some thoughts there. Next one I wanted to bring up, and this is kind of an interesting one, Safe Shoot. These guys have been getting this product off the ground for the last couple of years, seeing them from the time they contacted us to advertise with us at Texas Fish and Game, and when they actually went through and did the whole product testing. I've seen this whole thing go from start to finish, and they're getting ready to ship product, I believe, the 15th of February, and maybe do some advertising with us, and more on that later, because that's what pays the bills here, as you know. But Safe Shoot has got a really cool anti-friendly fire system that basically notifies you as the shooter not to aim your gun down range, because there could be a dog, there could be a human, there could be some kind of inanimate object that you can be coming in contact with your firearm. And what this does is prevents the shooter from making a shot that could endanger somebody. And the safety factor of this is Israeli designed by some Israeli contractors. And this is military proven technology that has been, expertly designed. And I met with one of the head guys over there today, and just really had a great opportunity to converse with him. Just really had a great time to talk to him, and just cover the product, what it does, all that other stuff, which a lot of it I know. And it's just about keeping you safe in the outdoors, and that's something that's a paramount, thing for me. As much as I talk about the outdoors, I want people to be safe and smart and make good choices. And a lot of times, especially in Texas, when you've got dogs downrange, you've got people downrange, you've got all kinds of different situations that can be hazardous. Having a system like this in place, or having actually two systems work even better together in place that can help you signify any danger issues, any shooting down range when you're not supposed to, that kind of stuff, or making a bad shot on something that could endanger other wildlife, not really wildlife, but your domestic dogs or your cats or your whatever you've got down range that are wearing the gear. The Safe Shoot has, along with the Safe Shoot mounted device on your gun. It's just a great idea. I mean, it's something I think it's really been needing to be developed, and it's something that I think is really a good idea to help, the end consumer, be safer outdoors, know when not to shoot, know when to shoot, and just have that whole conceptualized thing. So stay tuned to fishgame.com's Facebook page, Texas Fishing Games Facebook page, because we're going to do a Facebook Live from there this week. If it's already happened, you can watch it, the replay of it, but Chester's going to do a live tomorrow, and I don't know when this podcast is going to make it out with the day being the way that it is and the evening being the way it is, but anyway, just some ideas for you to consider. Safe shoot as a possible gift for the loved one in your life that handles firearms, for yourself, for your family. Just a really smart idea to buy something like this, and this should be shipping again middle of February, middle of next month. So just excited to see something like that come to fruition and go into production, because I've been following their journey for a while. Next up, Sentry, LTP, Live to Protect, and Scope Coat, and Hexmag. All these companies rolled up into one, and I brought my phone with me today so I can remember some of the things that I have seen over there. And one of the things that caught my eye, well, there are a couple of things that caught my eye. Number one, I met the Hulk today, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Lou Ferrigno got his autograph from my son Dustin Warncke, and really had a lot of fun hanging out with him. But got to meet him. He was signing at the Brunel's booth, and I got to hang out with him. But back to Sentry and Scope Coat. I've used Scope Coats on my optics for years. If you followed any of my podcast or video or article work or anything like that, you will know that that's one of the things that I'm really big about for Scope Coat, is putting a protective coating around all of my scopes, whether they're cheap scopes or expensive scopes, just protecting them from dust, dirt, debris, water, those kind of things that you encounter when we're out in the outdoors, especially out in the elements that are harsh. Having a good scope, cover that's made of a nice, elastic material that can just, kind of form fit it really well, and also easily stretch on and stretch off of the scope is really just a great idea. My sight mark scope that I have already came with a scope cover, but all of my other rifles have scope coats on them, just about without exception. I think I got one that I need to order a new one for, but I've really enjoyed their products. I used to work with Scope Coat when Devtron owned them, and now Hexmag and Sentry owns them. And Sentry also has a backpack line and a duffel bag line of different things. I mean, they've got a wide variety of different backpacks, and their backpacks are a little bit more expensive, but they're weather resistant. They're made with a really nice material, and they've got some just really great ideas going on there. And one of the things that caught my eye that Sentry puts out is called Tough Cloth, and they make a original Tough Cloth, TUFCOLTH, Tough Cloth, tough with one F. They make a original version of it, and they make a marine Tough Cloth. And the reason why this is important to our Texas Fishing Game family is many of you guys that hunt and shoot and enjoy the outdoors like that also fish and deal with your equipment and that kind of stuff, getting exposed to the elements, to salt water. I know a lot of you guys listen to this fish saltwater. And, it's one of those things that this is basically a dry, they call it a CDLP, a dry, they call it a cleaner, dry lubricant, and protectant. So CDLP, I believe is the way it's said. And basically what you do is it goes on wet, you wipe this on as a film, and then it dries, and it leaves this film of protective coating over anything to prevent rust, okay? And that's vitally important for your gear in the marine world, where the harshest conditions are with water, and the harshest conditions are, your metal contacting water, contacting salt water, contacting the elements like that. Having something like this is so important. It's so important to at least consider that that's something that you can have, because you want to keep your gear up, you want to keep your gear maintained, and this is an idea. You can do that with your weapons, you can do this with your with any of your stuff, really, with your rods and reels, your tackle boxes, on anything that's metal, anything that is exposed to the elements. This stuff will actually do a good job of keeping that keeping those things dry and keeping them protected, and keeping them from the elements ruining them, if you will. So they have Tough Cloth, they have the Tough Glide, which is the kind of system they have, and this lubricant goes on, like I say, it's a dry lubricant, but it goes on in like a film, and then it dries, and then it becomes protected that way. I'm not an expert on any of this stuff yet, but that's what they told me. They also have the Sentry Gear Care Kit, which has some gear care stuff in it. They also have, for taking care of your guns and taking care of all your hunting gear and those kind of things that you've got to maintain. The Armorer's Kit, which is kind of a combination of different cleaning supplies. They have a whole cleaning kit. Just for taking care of your gear, taking care of your equipment, your hunting and fishing equipment. Maintaining that kind of stuff is just important. And then obviously the scope coat line, they've got scope coats for just about any kind of spotting scope made. They have, this is funny, they have a slide scope coat. I mean, there's all kinds of different models of scope coats that you can buy to kind of accessorize to go with your firearm. I've got all kinds of different colors in my safe, but all of my guns, guys, have scope coats, and I highly recommend them. I'm not so much against the flip up caps and all that stuff because, it's not that it's not important to have the flip up caps, but to me they get kind of in the way, and that's just my thought there. But anyway, that all being said, scope coats, great to have and easy to remove and use in the action, and then easily to replace to basically get back in action and protect your scopes, your optics. They also have bino bibs, which I've talked about on video a bunch. Protect your binoculars, easily slide on, slide off. Really nice, stretchy, elastic, protective material. The barrel boots, the slide boots, the bolt boots. These guys have thought about everything. Very much innovative stuff for the outdoor industry. So that's really cool. And then I also went and visited quite a few companies. I'll run down some of those real quick. The ones that I saw today. Outdoor Edge. Outdoor Edge knives, tons of different products there. A lot of field to table stuff. They started coming out with this line of field to table gear last year, as far as spatulas with flashlights, spatulas with tongs, spatulas with all kinds of different spatula field to table stuff. I mean that comes from cooking your meals and cutting your meats, sharpening your knives, those kind of things. They've really thought through a lot of that stuff. And I got to meet David Block, one of the owner and founder of Outdoor Edge Knives today, and have a good conversation with him. Really high quality. I own the Wildlight series, and I also own, I talked about this in the podcast when I've done gear reviews, the Wildlight series, and then the different game processing kits that they have that come in the nice it's getting late. The cases, the hard cases they come in, the double knife set they have, the triple knife sets they have, like the Wildlife series. You can get the Wildlight, I should say. Knives that are really easy to use and stay really sharp. They keep their edge really well. The stainless steel they use. The ones that I have orange handles. Some of the other knives that I have is like the Razor Light, which has replaceable razor inserts that really help when it comes to field dressing and those kind of things, and cutting up deer meat for camp and all kinds of different stuff like that. Really innovative stuff. They thought through a lot of these things. Just a big fan of this company. So check out Outdoor Edge knives, and they've got some really great stuff there. But like I said, the Wildlight, probably one of the best knife series as far as affordable knife series that I own, as far as a combo set of knives that came into fruition. I got all this as a gift. I got the pair of the Wildlight and the Wild Skinner and the Wild Caper, and then I got the in one set for a gift, and then I got another set for Christmas last year. 2018 or 2019. Sorry, it's getting late. 2017. I got those as a gift from Kathy at DB Hunting Ranch. We had a holiday party, and she gave me the whole kit of the Skinner, the caper, and the fillet knife, and the sharpener, and the glove, and all. It comes in a really nice case. You can pack it real easily with you. It's really cool. So I'm big fan of Outdoor Edge knives. Really cool stuff too, and more like your budget knives. They're not ridiculously expensive. They're really working man prices knives as far as that goes. And that's the thing I've always enjoyed about Outdoor Edge is because they've had really high quality products at really affordable prices. And I'll always be a budget hunter. Even if I have a ton of money, I'll always be a budget hunter. I just don't believe you should have to pay more than, and nobody wants to pay too much, but I don't believe you should have to pay more to get quality gear. And that's why I'm always on the prowl for the best quality, for the best value. And that's what I want to bring to you on these podcasts. So I also saw Excalibur Crossbows. They're coming out with all that are faster than ever. A lot of them 400 feet per second plus that are compact about them is that they've got a lot of different things that are just really ideal for the outdoorsman. They've got a cranking system that's proprietary to them for crank cocking your crossbow with a little wrist strap. Dustin Ellerman and I got to witness that firsthand at Range Day last year, and just see how it all works, and I mean how fast these things are. Man, I just never thought I'd see the day that I would find a recurve crossbow to be that fast. I mean, that's scorching, 400 feet per second plus. The Micro, the Bulldog, I mean, they've got all kinds of different models out there that are just really, really high quality, and just indestructible. And they've done the Destruction Challenge a couple of times. This past summer, I believe they did the Destruction Challenge 2.0, maybe the summer before that, but man, it's just sick. Those guys just make absolutely indestructible crossbows, and you basically buy one and have it for the rest of your life. If there was ever a drawback on a crossbow purchase for an Excalibur, which there's really never one, but it's this that you never want to replace it because it's so indestructible. You can shoot it over and over again and not have any wear and tear destroy the crossbow. That's a nice advantage of having a recurve versus a compound crossbow. But crossbows are huge, and they're starting to really gain popularity even more so than they ever were before. And they've been legal in Texas now for about 9 years during deer season. You can always use them during archery season, I should say. You can always use them during gun season, but that was one thing that archers always argued for, that were crossbow fanatics, that you should have those same. There's a whole controversy about that versus compound bow versus recurve versus longbow. Anyway, but that all being said, crossbows are here to stay, and it's really good to see the innovations that Excalibur is making on making those faster, even more durable than they already are, more compact, and just the innovations in that technology has just been great. Also saw my friends over at Skull Hooker. I've got some pictures I'll try to put up on the blog for that particular one. And they have a Cape Buffalo head that was on a Skull Hooker today. The scroll work that was done on this skull had to have taken hours. I mean, just probably days. And it was a European mount, which is what Skull Hookers used for. It's basically for displaying your European mounts, your skull mounts. So it was a Cape Buffalo skull that had all this scroll artwork done. I can't even explain it. It's beautiful. So I'm going to try to put a picture of that up. Also, obviously, elk. They have the big hooker, the little hooker. They've got all those different ones. They've run with us and done some advertising with us before, so I'm familiar with their product. They had the bone bracket for just displaying antlers. The new thing, all right, and I've got pictures of this, the turkey hooker. So they had one on display, a black turkey hooker, and here's the cool thing about it. It's a way to display your turkey fan, okay? So you fan out your turkey after you use the borax and dry out the tail and that kind of stuff, and the base of the center of the turkey fan. And basically of the turkey, spread it out and everything like that, and dry it. This is a way to display your turkey fan after you have dried it out and done everything like that. And it's a really nice, secure system just to show it to put it up on your wall. And the cool thing is below it, or the underside of this product, is that you've got 3 different areas to hang turkey beards, because sometimes turkeys have more than one beard. And so you can hang one in the center, or you can hang, two on either side if you have 2, or you can hang 3 if you have 3. I mean, whatever the case may be, you can display all your turkey beards underneath your fan mount, your turkey fan. I mean, I think that's really, really awesome. So the turkey hooker is new, and it should be shipping. They said it should be shipping, and they're kind of unveiling it here at ATA earlier this month, and then here at SHOT Show, and it should be available later this spring, right around turkey season start time and end time. So it'd be perfect time for you to get one. The MSRP they think is going to be around $35, plus or minus. Don't quote me on that. That's just kind of what they told me today. And really a great way to just show off your trophies. I mean, your turkey fans, your skulls. I mean, your antlers, your skull caps. I mean, whatever the case may be. There's some really good opportunities there to really elegantly. I don't mean elegant like foo-foo. I don't mean elegant like woo-woo. I mean, elegant, like a high-quality professional way to showcase your antlers, to showcase your skulls for your pigs, your bears, whatever the case may be. In Texas, less the bears, but I mean, like I said, in your hog skulls, your axis, your fallow, your psycho, your whitetail, whatever skulls. Just a great way to display those. And a lot of the skull hooker, the little hooker and the big hooker have pivots, so you can change the direction. And then the other thing, the direction on the wall that your skull hangs. And the other thing is the trophy tree, and those have been doing very well from what they said. And it's basically a whole pivotable skull hooker series, if you will, from top to bottom of different skull hookers that you can basically put your skulls on and make kind of a tree in the corner of a room of all your skulls. So it's a really neat way to display all of your trophies. So your Euro mounts, as we call them here in Texas. So or there in Texas, I should say now. Oh my goodness, it's getting late, guys. All right, real quick, HYSKORE. Don't want to forget about them, and then we'll be done soon with this podcast, and I'll let you guys get on to the next one that we do tomorrow with Chester, hopefully. But basically, the other thing that I was enjoying the company of was HYSKORE. Ted Williams is a great guy. Great guy. And he has got a wide variety of storage accessories for your firearms, for your magazines, especially for your double stack and single stack magazines, for your pistols, for your handguns, for your AR-15 magazines, AK-47 magazines. He's got these great storage solutions that are basically modular enough to where they can be turned into all kinds of different configurations. And so if you want to store rifle magazines with handgun magazines, if you want to store with your handguns with your rifles, if you want to store your handguns, I mean, there's a ton of different stuff there that you can do for that. And he's got a wide variety of things. Now, the other thing that caught my eye last year that Ted had was these great little T-post hangers that basically hang like a target. And they're used with the same steel that they're manufactured with as they manufacture Sherman tanks. So the neat thing about that is that they're going to be indestructible. I mean, for the most part, unless you really shoot the crud out of them. Your T-posts will get shot up, and your T-posts are cheap to replace for the most part than your target system. And all these do is integrate T-posts to make kind of an A-frame on both sides, and then kind of an area to hang with a T-post going over the top, and basically kind of like a swing set, but for a target. And so 2 T-posts on either side to A-frame it, and then to hang your target in the middle. There's another T-post in the middle, and then a target hangs down. So this is a kit that you just integrate with T-posts, and it's really a neat idea. There are also some target holders that he has, especially you guys that do your shooting in the outdoors, in the range, your own range. Your back 40, if you will, your friend's range, your friend's ranch, wherever you're out there hunting or fishing or shooting or whatever. Basically, you can use these kind of products there, and they're really easy to find a lot of times. They're affordable, really high quality accessories. Shooting rests. Oh my gosh, the rapid fire shooting rest that I own, probably my favorite shooting rest of all times. Is one that's made by HYSKORE. It's HYSKORE. They also make a black rifle rest that accommodates high capacity magazines. They make all kinds of remote shooting rests and that kind of stuff, so you can shoot remotely and just tie your gun down to the rest, and you don't have to pull the trigger to check out trigger rate, that kind of stuff, and just really high quality, wide variety of things. So I've been a fan of HYSKORE for a while. I mention them every SHOT Show we do these things at, because Ted just continues to innovate and come up with some really cool packages. So new for this year again is the rifle and the rifle magazine, the handgun magazine, and the handgun storage racks for your safe or your gun room. They also have rifle organization racks for your gun room or your safe, and they easily mount up. And then they have obviously the T-post target systems. They have the regular wooden target systems that are metal that you just put the target down in the metal holder. And they also have the shooting rests. So those are the main things that HYSKORE has. Really easy to find their products in Midway USA, Brownells, Bass Pro, not so much Bass Pro, but more Cabela's. Now that Bass Pro and Cabela's have merged, that'll be interesting to see what they carry. But all those different stores, your retail stores, they're carried there. You can go to HYSKORE.com. It's HYSKORE, HYSKORE.com. Been shooting their stuff for probably about 7 or 8 years now, so it's pretty cool stuff. All right, last but not least for today's show, and we've been going here for a while, so I'm going to keep this a little bit shorter than our normal podcast since I'm rolling solo here and don't have anybody to talk to besides myself. Spot Globalstar. Findmespot.com, I believe, is their website. And Spot has run some ads with us before. Fantastic product. They basically make 3 different types of devices that basically integrate with a tracking system and an SOS system. Okay, so if you have a situation that you are in dire need or get lost in the woods, get lost out in the water as far as out offshore, 60 miles offshore, they have a rescue solution for you. They have a tracking solution for you. They have a satellite phone service for you. All at local monthly cost, low monthly cost for the most part, but it's localized accessories that you carry with you that you use in case of emergency or in case somebody's trying to track you, as such as a family member, and you get lost. And they're just really, really great opportunities to stay safe in the wild. I mean, Chester Moore, our editor-in-chief, who will be with me tomorrow, hopefully, was just telling me about some cases of people they have found lost in the woods, and the people that have had beacons on them haven't been lost in the woods for good. They haven't died because they've had those kind of backup systems, safety systems to keep them to keep them safe and to keep them found by the ones that they love. So having something like that when you go in the deep woods, having something like that when you go offshore, having something like that when you visit all kinds of diverse terrains out in Texas and beyond, is a really good idea to have something like this. So check those guys out, findmespot.com, or just type in Spot Globalstar, SPOT Globalstar, into your search engine, and you'll see more about the Spot system. Really cool stuff. So overall today, the innovations I kind of recognized were that there's just a lot of different things that continue to get better in this industry, and that's one thing that I've really been blessed with, is to have the opportunity to see these products up close and visit these manufacturers and these company owners and those kind of things that really grind away to get you to spend your dollars with them. That's what they're all after at these things. This whole show is based around selling product, okay? And yeah, media coverage and everything else like that is great, but I mean that's what it's all after, is these guys want you to buy their stuff, and that's what this is all. It's kind of a big sales pitch show. So that all being said, I had to get some more water, sorry. That all being said, really, really great to have you guys on this podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching, reading, and listening. If you've not done so, guys, and this is one of your first times to hear the newsletter or to hear the podcast, check out our newsletters. They are free. Tactical Practical Tuesday, Wildlife Wednesday, and the Thursday Texas State of the Outdoor Nation. You can get all those newsletters at fishgame.com. Sign up on the right-hand column. There's a sign-up bar. You can sign up for our Emma newsletter service and get those newsletters. Plus, coming this spring, as part of 2019 coverage, we're doing American Turkey. We're doing Sharks and Surf. We're doing American Whitetail National is what we call that one. And then we're doing Hog Wild. So those are going to be special newsletters themed with those kind of different categories: turkey, hogs, sharks, surf fishing, and whitetail, and we got some great content Chester's been putting together. So I'm looking for sponsors of this show to help sponsor those newsletters and really get you guys some of the best products out there to purchase from. And if you have any questions, guys, and I never really do this, but I want to make sure that you guys have a way, because a lot of you guys, and I thank you for this, reach out to me on social media and ask me questions about, hey, do you think this is the best idea? Do you think this is the best product for this? Do you think this is the best service for this? I mean, I'm here to answer your questions, guys. That's why they call me the Outdoor Success Guy. I'm here to make you successful in the outdoors. And one of the things that I really, really love to hear is your feedback. If you like this podcast, if you like listening to this, if you like it, please share it with a friend. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel or wherever you're listening to us, iTunes, Stitcher, XM radio. I mean, whatever the case may be, we're all over the place. So basically, if you will do this, go to dustinsprojects.com, or you can email me through fishgame.com, dustinsprojects.com or fishgame.com, and you can download one of my free ebooks over at dustinsprojects.com if you want to do that. And then turn around and send me an email, dustin.warncke@gmail.com, WARNCKE, dustin.warncke@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer your questions. I'll be happy to cover something here at SHOT Show you want me to cover. Just send me an email, and I'll hit you up, and I'll even give you a shout on the show if there's something that we can find for you that is of interest. And same deal, Chester and I work really close together on this show, and he'll do some Facebook Lives. We've got some more planned for tomorrow. And the rest of the time he's here through Thursday, and really fun stuff there. I've got some more stuff for the podcast later this week. So what I always joke around I do, I think I said this at the beginning of the podcast, is I sell all day and I podcast all night. So you're getting an all-nighter podcast from Dustin. But I'm going to upload this. It should download at the wee hours in the morning in Texas, and I'll be back at it tomorrow in the evenings recording kind of a summary. And what I like to do is just kind of cover the highlights of this show. I know a lot of people don't even care about the SHOT Show. They care more about what's in it for them, and that's what really everybody's about, is what's in it for me. So what I'm trying to provide you with these podcasts, guys, is just the best of the outdoors, the best of the hunting, fishing, shooting, outdoor market, and just what's available to you to help you be a better outdoorsman. That's why I'm the Outdoor Success Guy. I really want you to be successful in what you do. I want it to be affordable. I want it to have value to you. I want it to add, durability to your product lineup. That you got at your arsenal, if you will, of guns or gear or whatever the case may be. That's my whole goal with these podcasts, is just to help you make those decisions easier and do what you do better. So thank you guys so much again for watching, reading, and listening. I love you all so much for listening to the podcast, and have an awesome day in the outdoors. We'll see you next time.